Chapter 77. Mathael as destroyer of the walls of the pagan temples. But Mathael then comes to me again and asks me whether he did right with his voluntary explanation of the names of the pagan gods, whether such a thing did not happen too early. I say, "Oh, not at all. You have succeeded here in fullest truth, and you now have really achieved more for to extinguish the dark paganism with a few words than some wise teachers in many years. For whoever wants to raise a person sensibly and wisely must first get rid of all the old stupidity from out of him. If the person has become an empty but thereby pure container, then one has a light, very usable container to fill with all sorts of wisdom from the heavens. That will now also be the case with these two. I say to you, very soon these two will now easily become two people in whom my heart will have more joy than in 10,000 Jews who consider themselves very just according to Moses, but who are, as people, further from my heart than those who will only be born on the earth in 1,000 years. And I further say to you, if you should ever take a wife on this earth, it should be Helena. But far be it from me to induce you to do it. Instead, your own heart will inform you, and then you will follow it. But now go over there and be friendly. The old man, who otherwise is a knowledgeable person, as well as his truly marvellous, doubly beautiful daughter, will now demand from you some more explanations about the names of old. You are now a guide, and it will be easy for you to give the most convincing answer to each question by both of them. At the same time, such a conversation of yours will also make a good impression on the Romans, and thereby the first battering rams will be laid at the many temples of the pagans. And greater effects will be brought to pass in paganism in many decades, even if always with some effort, than such as could otherwise be achieved in a millennium. It always remains a difficult thing to preach about light at night. But once the day has arrived, then almost any teaching about the light of day is in any case dispensable, for the day then gives the light of itself. But the old man will come to you with very weighty questions, and thus it is given to you to answer also with very weighty answers. Go now in my name and do your job well. We will all take a very attentive part in your negotiations. That even those standing far off should understand you, that will be taken care of by me. I will now let the false sun shine for some hours, which will draw many people out of the town into the open air, partly out of wonder, and partly out of fear at such a never-ending day. But soon you will have done much with the two. But after I have extinguished the false sun, we will then all take a good evening meal here on the summit, at which then quite a lot will be dealt with and discussed. Now you know, for the moment, everything that is of use. Everything further will be given to you later on. Mathael thanks me for this command, and secretly also for the command regarding the beautiful Helena, who already at first glance had surprised him very much in his heart, so that he secretly whispered to himself in his heart, "By all the heavens, such a most beautiful female figure has never been seen before in Israel." All the Romans, not even excepting Cyrenius, had also cast their eyes on the beautiful Greek, and it cost them much effort to look anywhere else than only at the beautiful Helena, whose body seemed to be formed out of a purest ether of light, and thus had now almost more attraction than the whole wonderful fake sun. Mathael pulled himself together particularly now, yet what he felt in secret, no one noticed but me.